has been speaking to both of them.
If you both bring your A game tonight, it's going to be fireworks.
Yeah, we've had some great games in the past, some real thrilling matches. Some I've lost, some I've won, but I've got a good record against someone who's so good. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Playing the current world champion in the first round, is it good to have a test like that, or would you rather not in the first round?
Well, I know it's a cliche, but you've got 32 potential champions here. Some are already champions, some are champions of the future. So it's whoever you play, they're either a champion now or going to be a champion. So it's there's no easy games.
All right, Chris, we'll let you go. Thanks very much.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, John, how have you been preparing for this tournament?
Nothing special, just mentally, I guess, ready to play.
Okay, so no poker then?
World Series of Poker.
Yeah, you were in that.
Yeah, grueling, I have to say. First day, 10 hours of play, which ran over about 13 hours with breaks. Very physically challenging. Went back 4 days later and didn't have so much luck, but
awesome to just be a part of the World Series of Poker.
Yeah.
I should imagine.
Yeah, very
Something
good.
A bit different
yeah,
as well.
yeah, and it's a mental test, and I think you need to have focus there as well, and that helped me to get as far as I did, but it didn't work out.
Well, let's focus on the darts now.
Darts-wise, Bobby Bourne Open on Saturday.
You got to the final, I know. That's
Well, no,
not on TV.
semi with Phil, and I beat 3 guys out of this tournament that were in it. And 2 of them pretty much, I'd say, in top form, at least coming into the tournament. Yeah. So I feel pretty confident about how I'm throwing. I do feel good. I'm finally getting a few breaks.
And we know that if you're on top of your game, and so's Chris Mason, it could be a real humdinger.
Chris and I have a history. I said to Chris when I first met him this week, and I said, I think we can make a career in exhibitions just off head-to-heads.
Beautiful, yeah.
Really, we've been a good rivalry, and I think you could look at both of our years this year and say, hey, that's not Chris, that's not John.
Yeah.
But I think when Chris plays John, that's Chris and John.
Okay, I get it, I think. All right, well, we're going to look forward to it anyway. Thanks very much, John.
Yeah, I sort of did as well. Have a look at that. That is the Winter Gardens packed tonight. They are here to see the parade of champions that is the evening session on day 2 of the match play. Let's get the first of those players on stage then with our MC, John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We're by the seaside. We are in Blackpool! It's the Stan James World Match Play coming to you live here on Sky Sports, brought to you by the PDC, the Premiership of World Darts. It's time to meet our players. Firstly, would you please welcome from Stoke-on-Trent, it's the ace, Chris Mason! Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Canada, and the reigning champion of the world, it's John Paul!
Let's have a look at the 2 players there. What sort of game are we going to get, do you reckon?
I think we're going to have a cracker. I mean, Chris Mason looks really relaxed, but John Park looks really up for it. You know, he's pumped up. I think we're going to see 18 legs in this match, but I think John Park may just nick it.
And the crowd, it is full. and there's nothing quite like a Blackpool crowd when this tournament starts hotting up.
There's nothing better. I mean, that arena is unbelievable. It's magnificent to get on that stage and play darts, and if you can't get up there and enjoy it and play the best, then you shouldn't be up there.
Hey, remember, Lewis to come, Taylor to come, Raymond van Barneveld, all to come this evening. Start with this one though. John Park, Chris Mason with John Gwynn and Stuart Pike.
Should be a cracking night here at the Winter Gardens, and I could bring you some very important news actually before we get going about Chris Mason. Playing here, I'm told, against medical advice. Mason is due to have surgery on his elbow next month. He has problems with nerves, damaged nerves in his elbow, and Mace the ace has had a few problems. He's had to adjust his throw. He's been icing the elbow for the last couple of days. I even believe Johnny's going to have an ice pack backstage. Damaged elbow for Mason. How much effect it will have, we'll have to wait and see.
Well, very true, and it's something that has been there for some little time, but it's got to the stage, of course, yes, where he's got to have surgery on it, and he says it's simply wear and tear, the hours and hours and hours and hours of practice and performance that he's put in over the years, and there we are. It has slightly affected the way that which he holds the dart. I was talking to myself earlier, and interesting to see during this game. Maybe we'll be able to home in on that. We'll see.
Yeah, 95. A shorter pullback with the hand, he was saying, but it has been painful. But it might just take the pressure off, you know. If Mason's a wounded animal, it may just help him. 90. You never know. But facing the surgeon's knife at some stage in August, which will mean he'll be out of action for possibly 3 weeks after that.
Elbowed out of the game, I suppose you could say. As yes, these two have met on a number of wonderful occasions, as Mason looks to get the first 180 of the match. Not quite, but a useful score nonetheless.
Well, looks all right to me. Certainly early stages of this match, the Mason throw. 46. John Part, who's struggling to find any rhythm and range early doors.
Yes, I think once he gets into the game, Mason, he'll forget about that elbow. That's what he will do. It's sitting before the game, waiting for the game, where the real apprehension, I believe, exists.
Yeah, had some epic battles, as they were both talking about, none more so than in consecutive years. I think the last 2 years at the Circus Tavern in the World Championship, John.
Yes, and they will, these two, provide wonderful games if they're both on song, because they're big hitters, no doubt about that. There's Lorna, Mason's wife, supports him wherever he goes. My worry, if that's the right word about Mason, Stuart, is that if things start to go wrong, then he'll be looking for that as the reason, and whether it is or it isn't. But we'll see.
Well, chance here to round off the first leg in style. What about that from Party?